you doing?
Fantastic. Arrow, season 3, San Diego Comic-Con.
So what can we expect from the next season?
You can expect Diggle with a Bajorn and a Glock.
At the same time?
At the same time, no. But the Bajorn's not a joke. That actually might happen. But you know, Daddy Diggle, he will have a child, legitimately, and that will cause some tension with the team. Not so much with Diggle, because Diggle's very clear on his purpose. He doesn't see why a personal life should hinder that. But Oliver may have some issues. And as early as the first episode. I mean, it's going to come out very, very soon.
So a certain co-star, you know, has some videos online of his, say, workout routine that a few people have seen.
Yeah.
So, you know, where do we get your videos?
That's going to be coming. That's going to be coming. You know, you can't show up the stock. Yeah, but we've actually been talking about that, getting online and showing some videos. People want to see it, so I'll show up.
A little bit of a friendly rivalry between the two of you.
You know something? Yeah, but I really like my job. You know, it's not too much of one. I don't make too much of a stink with it. You know, Diggle doesn't take off his shirt that much.
Not enough.
That's what
I'm here for you.
I appreciate it. But yeah, there'll be, you know, you'll see some of some shirtless Diggle season.
I felt like last season Diggle's character got a little sidelined. He didn't really have his own story. Like first season, I thought he was more service.
Right.
So in this season, what do we have to look forward to for your character? Where do you have a full arc?
Well, you know, the relationship with Lila, I mean, it's a CW, so it kind of skews a little young, but that's a very adult relationship. I mean, Lila and Diggle, you know, they have a long history back in the military. There'll be some of that. You'll see some of that again from the beginning. They'll go forward with that as she leads Argus. Is now the leader of Argus, and how Diggle gets more involved with Argus and the Suicide Squad. So the return of the Suicide Squad, more of Argus, daddy time. So you're going to see a lot more of Diggle's personal side, a lot more story. I don't know if you will go back to Afghanistan as much, but you'll see his story develop going forward.
What's it like when you are in a third season, and I mean, obviously you guys grow together as a cast, but it feels like the more episodes you get, especially on a show like this, the more opportunity is to peel back the layers and find out more stuff. I mean, how has that journey been? Is it different playing the character in a third season than it was early on?
Well, it is. First, you know, it was almost like the first season, it was almost going to be the Arrow Diggle story almost, because it was like, there was a very clear relationship, and then it kind of peeled back and started looking at other characters, and even second season, there's Arrow Cave got even more crowded. This season, the Arrow Cave is going to get more crowded. So, is it different? Well, it's different in terms of the tentacles. There are more tentacles in terms of the storytelling. But in terms of Diggle, no. Diggle's a very, very, he's probably one of the most solid characters on the show. And I'm not saying because I'm playing it, I just think he's written and formed that way. He's very clear about what he wants, who he is. He's the older stalwart, I think. You know, he even, in the first or second episode, he even says to Oliver face to face, "You would be dead if it wasn't for me," and Oliver agrees. I mean, he's kind of very centered. I don't think he's going to really go away from that. So I don't think he's any different in terms of season 1, and you know, God willing, season 6 or 7, he'll be the same guy. I just think how he evolves in terms of where he goes with the story, where he goes with the family, where he goes with Argus, where he goes with Suicide Squad, the relationship with Deadshot, Hyde, the group that got the orders to kill his brother, his investigation of that. I just think those type of layers will get peeled back in terms of being challenged, those very clear ideas of who he is as a person, not killing, things like that. Those types of ideals will get questioned, I think. But you won't find him getting strung out on drugs or having an alcohol problem like Laurel. I don't think Diggle's that guy.
Definitely the most stable one on the show.
I think he's very, very stable.
Is it a darker tone though this coming season?
Well, you know, do you guys know who our big heavy is going to be? You guys don't know this yet, do you?
I don't know.
It's going to be revealed tonight.
Brandon Ross character?
I know, right?
Or someone new? Or someone different? Brandon Ross character or
Oh,
somebody
no,
else?
the heavy.
Oh.
The big heavy. The bad guy. The bad. Yeah, so that, no, I'm not telling you. That's going to be revealed tonight at the panel. And what was your question?
The tone, is it darker?
Is it darker? Well, I was brought up the baddie because he's going to bring a lot of darkness, even more so than Doom and my slave. I mean, he's really bad.
Can I guess and see your reaction?
You can go ahead and I play poker very, very well. And, but so is it darker? I think that's just the overall tone of the show. It's just it's not gonna change. There will be some. I think they talked about some more humor being kind of coming into the show in terms of what Oliver does, matching that more into the Arrow that he is in the comic books. He's a little funny, a little quirky. I don't think it's going to change the darkness of the show. It's going to remain dark and broody, and in great contrast to Flash, which is light, fun, and all this other stuff.
Yeah, tell me about now that there are going to be 2 shows, and I know episode 8 of both seasons this year is going to be one big story.
That's right.
What's it like having a little brother show that's going to be along there and meeting some of those people and eventually working with some of them? That's
always fun, right? It's all. I mean, I remember just. You guys, I'm about to reveal my age. Remember Misfits?
Yeah,
Misfits of Science.
It tells you a lot about my age. But I used to love the idea of crossing over any of those shows that we had back when we were young. That's always exciting. I'm curious though because our show is so rooted, and I don't know the answer to this. I don't even know if the writers know. But our show is so rooted in reality that and their show is so supernatural that I'm just not quite sure how that is all going to mesh if we do it too much. Because all Arrow really has to do is call the Flash, right? It's like, what problems are you having with whoever? It's like, just call up Barry, take care of it. So I don't know if we're going to do that a whole lot. But yes, it'll happen a couple of times this season. And it's exciting. I think it's very exciting.
So it's becoming part of Argus and Suicide Squad and all that. And will we see maybe a little bit of battle between your new team and your old team?
That's kind of on the table, right? Like, I think Argus is like S.H.I.E.L.D. in that, they can be clandestine, they can do some underhanded stuff. I think that will provide some problems with the team, but they'll also be able to use the resources of Argus, and Diggle will be able to be used in that capacity. So it's all on the table. I mean, Diggle's relationship with the team is going to kind of change because he's a father and because he's very involved with Argus and Suicide Squad.
Thank you.
You're welcome.